Hey guys, it's Ashley from Mama Swag Fitness or Get Fit Mama Swag on Instagram. Um, I have been thinking about starting to keep a vlog, and this is where I decided to start. Honestly, no, though. I have been seeing a lot of people struggling on starting and quitting and getting back on track and losing their motivation, losing their steam, and I thought it'd be important to share, especially for all of my new followers, how I got started and what actually got me to this point. Well, going back as far as, I guess let's start at high school. I've never really had an issue with my weight until later on. And so what happened to me was after high school, I started drinking and partying and the whole nine. I went to college and I drank like the whole time, and I absolutely had a problem. And before I knew it, I was, I think like 30 pounds overweight, maybe. Not anything crazy, just drinking. And 97% of my diet was fast food or eating out or beer. Like I didn't have any idea of what I was putting into my body or the kind of damage that I was doing. And if I had any knowledge, I really just didn't give a shit. In 2010, I got pregnant with my first son. I had a pretty easy pregnancy. I gained a lot of weight, like 46 pounds or something. And then I actually ended up going into preterm labor 3 times. And they were able to stop it twice. And then at 36 weeks, I believe. Nope, 35 weeks and 4 days. Sorry. I gave birth to my first son via C-section. Emergency. Scariest moment of my life. Fast forward through that whole first year of being a mom, I got comfortable on the couch. Babies are... they take a lot of time, and I didn't really do anything but sit on the couch with him. And I gained a lot of weight. I got on birth control and put on another 30 pounds, not losing any from the pregnancy, and that really sucked. But then I got pregnant again shortly after my wedding, which I did not lose any weight for. When I got married, I was 187 pounds, I think. So I was the same weight when I got pregnant. By the time I had my second son, that pregnancy was really rough. I was on progesterone injections twice a week and stress tests twice a week, just to make sure I didn't go into preterm labor again, which I was actually able to hold him till 38 weeks. So that was a plus, but I gained a lot of weight. I think when I had him, I was at like 199 pounds, maybe 200. Don't really know. 199 is the number I remember seeing. But I went in for a stress test, and I actually went into labor that exact same day and moment and everything. So none of this having baby stuff has been easy, but it has all contributed to my weight gain. After I had him, I got lazier, I guess you could say. Having 2 kids is hard in the beginning. Babies are hard, period. So I really didn't pay much attention to what I was eating. And if I did, I am an avid quitter and an avid starter. So I've got the beginning and I've got the quitting, but it was the in-between that I was missing, the maintaining this active lifestyle and this healthy lifestyle. I would get started. I would make healthy dinners. I would do all of that stuff. And then, I would just slowly taper off. And that is such a discouraging feeling, to be honest. Like, not knowing if you have what it takes to see anything through can be really damaging, like on your self-esteem and your confidence and your ability to do anything, really. So, 2 C-sections and all this other crap laying on me. By October of 2013, I finally stepped on the scale, and I was 215 pounds. Yeah, that is a realization I don't think anybody wants to feel. And to some, it may not seem like it's that heavy, but to me it was. I'm only 5'3", so I'm not the tallest girl in the world, so that weight all just kind of hung out right in my midsection, and I had, my calves were like my most self-conscious place on my body. I wore jeans in the middle of summer. Like, I literally didn't care. I was dying of heat stroke, I'm sure, a few times. I'll be damned if I'm going to wear shorts. I literally never wore them. And that's what sucks is I don't have that many pictures from before. Time Hop is gracious enough to remind me of some pictures that may have been posted by other people. And I'm just like, wow, that was a dick move. Thank you. Thank you. But it's good that they're there because I never took the pictures of myself, especially full body. The ones that I do have from that Halloween are bad. Let me show you. Yes. Right in this little generous area. So that was the heaviest I ever was. I still didn't try to lose weight. I kind of, I realized it. And I knew I needed to do something with it, but instead I went to Ross and bought a bunch of leggings and flowy shirts. I was like, fuck that. I am not going to do this. It's too hard. It's too much work. And frankly, I don't feel like it. Yeah, that was a miserable day too. Okay, that's another story. But anyways, my aha moment was when I had already moved to California. I didn't have any friends here. I left my entire life in Florida. It's where I grew up. So coming out here sucked. I didn't know anybody. I tried really hard to make mom groups on Facebook and make friends, and that just didn't work. I met a few really awesome people, and I'm still friends with them. But as far as that, went, I didn't have any friends. I didn't have anything to do. We didn't have internet for the first 6 months of me moving out here. So, I decided one day after getting out of the shower and making eye contact with myself, because I have this beautifully large mirror in front of the shower, I got out of the shower, made eye contact with myself, and actually saw my body for the first time, actually seeing it. I don't know if that makes sense. It hit me. It hit me really hard. I did not like what I saw. I was not comfortable with what I saw, and I just sat on the bathroom floor and cried. And, after about 20 minutes of crying, I stood up and I looked myself in the eyes, and I told myself, enough is a fucking enough. I get to do this life one time. And if I'm not enjoying it and I'm not happy with who I am and I'm not the healthiest that I can be, I'm failing as a mom. I'm failing as a wife. I'm failing as a human because I need to be enjoying this beautiful blessing called life. And I wasn't doing it. I was merely existing, barely living a life. And I saw a quote, I think 2 days after this little aha moment. And it said, don't live the same life 75 years or the same year 75 years in a row and call it a life. And I was just mind blown. That is exactly what I was doing. It was just a mundane daily process. And I was tired of it. I was tired of being tired. I was tired of not being able to run with my kids. I was tired of not feeling sexy. And I think as a woman and as a mother and as a human being sexy and feeling pretty, and it's so shamed upon. And I think that's bullshit. I wanted to feel pretty. I wanted to feel beautiful. I wanted to know that my husband thought I was sexy. And that wasn't happening. And, this is a very, vulnerable, the big old V word, post and video. But that's the point. I feel like that day, I just didn't feel any of those things. I felt lost and I felt sad. And feeling sad when you look at yourself is throwing in the towel, basically. I didn't want to throw in the towel. I every time that I had tried and quit was replaying in my head. Where would I be now if I would have just fucking stuck to something? And I didn't. I just gave up. And, people are like, oh, well, you didn't intentionally give up. No, I did. I totally gave up. I made a decision to give up. So when I think about it, I'm just why? Why did I wait so long to get healthy? My pregnancies might have been easier. I could have maybe gone full term with my pregnancies. My life probably would have been totally changed. But anyways, before I move on to what got me here, I wanted to touch on the mindset that I had at this time in my life. My mindset was 175% negative. When this video freezes, these faces are going to be amazing. So screenshot them and send them to me. No, but seriously, when I was going through this whole situation these last 6 years, my mindset was just so negative. I was a worrier. I mean, I'm still a worrier, but I was constantly worried. I was constantly stressed. I was constantly, things happen to me. Everything is out of my control. Blah, blah, blah. Like, it was so awful. And I have to wonder what the people that I was friends with and, thought about that. Like, I could not stand to be around somebody like the person I was. And that is like, that's a hard realization, but it's something that has to be said. And so when I saw myself in the mirror in February, I think, of 2014, that's all the things that went through my head. Like, why am I living my life this way if I don't have to? And, sorry. I'm just grateful every day that I decided to make this change. That's all. So moving on. So yeah, I saw myself and I decided enough was enough. And I told myself that I was going to make a plan. I was going to come up with my own process and figure this shit out because I was done. I was done. It was over. This was done. Like, lifestyle change. Here I come. I didn't know what the hell I was doing, but I knew what I was doing wasn't working anymore. So I needed to come up with something else. I decided to start documenting on Instagram, and I don't know. It's not about the followers. I think I had like 100 friends following me, like my close personal friends. And then I noticed, like, I turned my profile to public because I was just going to be posting, fitness related, my journey type nonsense. Because I had sat on the couch 2 years prior scrolling and scrolling and scrolling through all these girls and just dreaming and wishing I could look like them. And like, now when I say that, it's so silly. It's so silly because A, you're never going to look like another person. And B, sitting there and scrolling and dreaming of this life and this body is all just it's so small compared to what this whole journey really means. So I know there's still people out there that think like I am doing this because I want to be skinny and I want to see how small I can get and it's all about body image and all this. No, it really isn't. It's all about this. This is all that this really is about. Losing weight and stuff is fun and it's great and it's like it's rewarding as hell. But my mindset and the mentality that I have nowadays is unbelievable, and it all started from documenting. When I made my profile public, people started taking an interest and started following me. And I was like, whoa, somebody's following me. This is exciting. But I never really put the two and two together that I was doing anything that was inspiring people or motivating people or anything. And I continued to do it, and I did it for so long, and I still do it every day. And I love it. I absolutely love it. I think it's important, and I have the most amazing fit fam on Instagram and on Facebook. Like, it's growing on Facebook, but Instagram is where it's at. I follow some of the most remarkable people, and I get some of the most amazing support from them. I started documenting it for support and because I didn't really have it in my day-to-day, everyday life with the people that are actually in my life. So getting support from people that are on the same journey as me was like a godsend, honestly. It was so amazing. And opening up and being as vulnerable as possible and being as transparent as possible, like, gives people a sense of not being alone. Like, as soon as I realized I wasn't alone in this, everything changed. And I started to believe in myself because other people believed in me. And, I came up with the 100-day challenge. And then I, realized that once that switch clicks and people realize that they're not alone, magical things happen. Like, and, to me, it's not about losing weight, like I said, it's all about mindset. It's about changing the mindset, and everything that you thought that you are supposed to do and supposed to be, and none of that shit matters. Like, you know, even making this video, like, I don't even know what the hell I'm doing. I just thought that maybe I could get on here and voice some of the shit that goes through my head that I don't think people feel like reading in a blog or on Instagram or on Facebook. I mean, I can get lost in posts and, you know, the shit that I want to say, but, you know, it's about branching out, and it's about doing new things. And on this journey, there's so many different opportunities to switch things up and change things up and see what works for you and what doesn't. And, you know, and getting your story heard. And, you know, if you haven't started documenting your journey on any kind of social media, I highly beg you and recommend that you start doing it, because it is the most rewarding thing I've ever done on this journey, honestly. Letting people know that you're struggling, and knowing other people are struggling, and being able to come together and brainstorm and get yourself out of a funk, and have people that are just like, you know, a simple "you got this, girl" can change my day completely. And so I return the favor, and I make sure that I reach out to as many people as possible, because I know what it feels like to feel down, and I know what it feels like to feel alone, and I know what it feels like to feel like you're never going to get there. And you know, the only thing that you can do to get there is to not give up. And, like, that's the thing. You know, support is huge. If you're on this journey, like, you need to let the people in around you and let them know that you're on this journey, because it can be really hard. You know, and people are always like, oh, there's so much sacrificing and losing weight. And yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah. You know, there's a lot of sacrifices, and, you know, but none of the sacrifices have been missed. You know, like, honestly, once you get into this, and once you get going, and once you see progress, you will become addicted. That should be like a PSA. You will become addicted once you see results. So I think it's important to remember that in this journey, like, you're not alone, and whatever you're feeling right now is temporary. And I am here to tell you, I believe in you. Like, I don't even know anybody is going to watch this, but if you are watching this, I'm here to tell you that you can do this. Like, you can't give up. You can't doubt yourself. You can't hate your body, because that's not why we do this. We do this because we love ourselves. We do this because we want to feel better. We do this because, you know, we want to live a longer and healthier life. I mean, I need to be around for my kids. Like, I need to be the healthiest I can. Not only that, it's teaching them healthy habits. Like, it's teaching them the things to do and the things to not do. And, you know, I tell my kids what they're eating and what goes in things and why I don't let them have certain things. And, like, you know, my son he'll be 5 in December, and he says, when we pass, you know, McDonald's, he says, "That's bad food, huh, mommy?" But he knows why it's bad food. And I tell him why it's bad food. And that's my way, you know, that's my thing with him. Like, of course I let them eat pizza and all the other things that they want to eat, but we make it at home, hopefully. And if we don't, you know, there's the occasional time where we stop by Little Caesars. I'm not taking my kids' childhood joy out of it. I'm just trying to watch what they're eating as well, because it's harder when they're kids, especially if you've got picky kids. Like, but anyways, I'm getting off topic. But seriously, if you are a mom, if you are a woman, if you are anybody on this journey, I highly recommend that you put yourself out there, and that you believe in yourself, and you let people know that you're going to do this, because accountability can change this journey for you. Accountability can be that little extra push that you needed to get yourself through on this day. Like, if you're feeling down, or you're feeling like you don't feel like working out, or you don't feel like doing it, suck it up, buttercup. It's time to go. And I'm all about it. Like, honestly, trust me. I have days all the time where I don't feel like doing anything, and I don't feel like continuing. Like, honestly. And people are like, "Oh, it gets easier." No. No, it doesn't get easier. It just becomes more of a daily routine, and it becomes more habit forming of healthy habits than, you know, what you're used to doing. And I mean, if I'm going to, you know, be honest, this is not going to be a one-time thing with this video. Like, there's so many topics, like so many that I have that I want to share and cover and, you know, just reassure people that there are tips and tricks and things that make your life easier on this journey. But I mean, if you follow me on any kind of social media outlet, you know I'm not about the gimmicks and the, you know, fast, quick fixes. No. No. So please. No. No. I don't want it. Thank you, though. I'm good. But if that's what works for you, then fabulous. Use the shit out of it. Do it right. And, you know, believe that you're going to achieve these goals that you've set for yourself. And anything is possible. I mean, when I started this journey a year and a half ago, almost 2 years now, I had no idea I'd be here. I had no idea that I'd be a certified personal trainer. You know, those things were not even on my radar. I've never had this much drive and ambition in my entire life, and I owe it all to this journey. And I'm telling you, man, if you believe in yourself and you push yourself harder than you've ever pushed yourself before, things will change, and your body will change, and your mindset will change. And, you know, my friend Ben, he told me a long time ago that I need to start telling myself that I'm doing a good job and that I need to give myself positive affirmations every morning. And a lot of people would laugh at that. And I mean, but I did it. And he has been one of the best advice givers to me and supporting me and my journey. And I hope likewise. But he is the one that got me started doing that. And, you know, if somebody you've never met gives that much shit about you to help you out and to give you, you know, pointers and tips, and all I want to do is the same for everybody else. So honestly, if you're not documenting your journey, you need to be. And if you are, leave your information below so that I can follow you, because I want to follow anybody and everybody that I can, because I find inspiration from those people. I find the drive to move on. I find the motivation to push harder from all of these people. Like, I don't give a shit if you're on chapter 1 or chapter 55. Like, I want to know, and I want to follow you, and I want to see your journey. And I think it's important because I want to support you. And, because I know how much the support has meant to me from a lot of people on Instagram. And, you know, to some people, they're like, oh, God, it's just Instagram. Blah. Yeah, for people on their personal pages, it's just Instagram. But if you ask anybody on a weight loss journey, it's not just Instagram. It's my entire fitness family. And those people inspire me, and they motivate me, and they push me to work harder. And, you know, I've got a whole new list of goals and things that I'm working towards, and I cannot wait to continue to share them through this outlet, through Facebook, through Instagram, through all of it. Because the more people I can reach, hopefully the more lives I can change. Because ultimately, in the end of this, it's not about me anymore. And it's not about what my progress or anything is, you know, and that's important to me. But I'm more interested in supporting other people on this journey, because now that I'm at this chapter in my journey as I am, I know how important it is to have somebody that has your back, that can motivate you and can encourage you. And, you know, I'm all about women empowering women, and, you know, real women lift each other up. And so, you know, I think that if I can, you know, just inspire one person to wake up in the morning and push harder because they know that I believe in them, that's like the most rewarding thing out of this whole escapade of weight loss. Like, you never know. So share your story, because it's going to inspire somebody, and definitely share it with me. Okay, guys, this has been fun, and I'm super excited for what's to come. Also, if there's anything that you want me to cover, leave it below. I guess there is a comment section, right? I think so. But yeah, leave it below, and I will definitely include it in some of my videos. Thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe.